Following the findings of the K.H.M.H special audit, the Board of Governors met on November 13th, and that was a topic of discussion. But 4 members were absent, so the matter was deferred. For K.H.M.H Chair Chandra Nisbet Cancino, the matter cannot be taken lightly, and she will not get into specifics without a comprehensive board discussion. But while she could not speak on behalf of the board, she certainly could and did speak to us generally as Chair of the Board of Governors.
I'm very disappointed in the findings, disappointed with how some of the procedures were carried out by the senior management staff at K.H.M.H. I can also say that administrative action has been taken or has been done in regards to the persons that are called out, some of the persons that were called out in the audit report. We are satisfied in that regard. However, whether or not further action would be warranted is a decision that would more than likely have to be made by the Solicitor, or not made, but recommended by the Solicitor General, whom I believe we will hand a copy of the report to for his recommendation.
The audit was requested because the board suspected irregularities surrounding the purchase of 2 X-ray machines for the K.H.M.H. The larger X-ray unit, purchased for around $500,000 and delivered 6 months ago, is still not functional. Cancino says they are currently making the effort to get it connected and operational. According to the audit, the other smaller unit had some problems, but they managed to get it working. And while the institution struggles with those practical matters, there is still a claim being made by Orange Walk-based SP Group that the K.H.M.H owes them money.
The present CEO, Dr. Koi, is looking into addressing the relationship between SP and K.H.M.H at this time, because indeed they claim that payments are owing, and we need to finalize what we owe and what we don't owe, and be able to put an end to all of this.
The audit is a comprehensive 77-page document which makes repeated mention of breaching of protocols and of irregularities allegedly orchestrated by the former Director of Financial Services, Carlos Pereira, and other senior staff. Though not specifically stated in quite so many words, there is also a clear insinuation that monies may have been misappropriated in the dealings with SP Group and the elusive Spring Holdings.
That has been alluded to in some of the Auditor General's findings, yes. But like I said, we need the input from everybody to come to that conclusion, to be able to say, well, this is what the entire board, because the board brings a variety of expertise into the conversation. We have persons with financial background on the board that actually that particular person wasn't present, and we definitely would rely on the input of that person. And so I would really prefer to have a full discussion with the board before I answer to any details of the audit.
The audit makes clear that there was some question of the relationship between the SP Group, Spring Holdings based in Hong Kong, and the management team of the K.H.M.H. Those players, including former DFS Carlos Pereira and former CEO Gary Longsworth, did not have the authority to enter into any financial arrangement with the SP Group. That's one. Additionally, while department heads were led to believe that the machines were purchased new, they weren't. That's 2. They were delivered without any documentation or warranty, and since then the K.H.M.H has been unable to get any documentation on the apparently dubious machines procured through a dubious transaction. DFS Pereira and CEO Longsworth have been removed from the K.H.M.H equation, and Cancino says they have put appropriate measures in place since the audit came out.
A lot of changes have been made, and that includes movement of staff. We have a new Director of Financial Services hired at the K.H.M.H at this time. He has been working very arduously to ensure that a lot of these loopholes are addressed, and definitely the board has made some specific recommendations regarding what should get to the board, what should not come to the board, and we have the full support of Dr. Adrian Koi in this regard. So Yes, a lot of changes have been made since this audit report in a very short period of time.
The board will meet on Thursday, December 11th, when it is believed that the matter will be aired in some detail. It is expected that a statement will be released following that meeting. Mike Rodon for News 5.